Please don't be that girl out here talking about, I don't ask a nigga for nothing. Baby, you better ask him for everything. That's what the he there for. And if he don't give it to you, then goodbye.
Ladies, if you cannot have an honest freaking conversation with your man about his behavior or disrespect because you're scared that there's going to be more drama or more disrespect, there are two things you can do. Super effective. Number one, buy that child a pacifier. And number two, drop him back to his freaking mother.
When people say I should be nicer to men, but this is modern chivalry.
Like, actually? Like, actually? I can't believe he actually let the door slam in my face. That's actually crazy.
Okay, so this chick is mad pressed because I guess she was expecting this guy to do the thing where, like, when you're holding the door open, you look behind you to make sure that no one else is coming through, which I personally do, and I recommend doing no matter what gender you are. It's just a general courtesy. But my question is, why was she recording? That's always the first question I ask in these situations. Why was the phone out, and why were you recording? Because now I'm wondering if you did this on purpose. Like, if you were literally just waiting out to run out at the last opportunity so you could get this, like, victimhood on camera. Because this looks avoidable. Because from our angle, it looks like the guy just did not bother to look around at all, leaving the door to slam in your face. Which, yeah, maybe not the most courteous guy of all time, but also, that's not mandatory. Good thing you're not dating him. Bad thing you absolutely had to have your recording phone in your hand instead of in your pocket or a bag so that you had absolutely no way of catching the door as it closed. And this is the difference between a person who is grateful for random acts of kindness versus a person who simply feels entitled to random acts of kindness to the point that they don't even have enough self-preservation to take care of themselves. They just expect everyone else around them to do that for them. Like, unless you made eye contact with him, why would you assume he even saw you? I don't know, y'all. What do you think? Do I think it's typically a good habit to look behind you when you're opening a door in public? Absolutely I do. But if there is no eye contact, man, this is just Darwinism. Just be glad you didn't spill that whole drink all over your dumb ass.
Strongly agree. Yeah. Nani, rich men are allowed to cheat.
Successful men deserve the right to exercise their options, yes.
Whether married or not, even if they are married.
I said a smart married woman only worries about what's in front of her. Ongathi kuthulekile endlini ubhizi uthatha ifoni yendoda uyayipheja ubheka ukuthi indoda yakhe ikhuluma noba. There's no problems, there's no issues. Yeka ifoni yendoda phansi. A smart woman does that.
Yeah.
So if uthatha ifoni yendoda and then you start paging it, you'll most likely find what you are looking for. And where the idea came from is, what are men's prerequisite of women?
Yes.
What are men's prerequisite of women? I'm asking you.
It's is it not submissiveness?
Exactly.
Feminine women,
Exactly.
Beautiful women.
Exactly. So then now, if you take 10 out of 10 of those boxes, aren't you basically the?
Yeah.
Can't you basically just demand to arrive there and have all your paid for, treated like a princess?
But some women want more, Noni, than just.
Which ones?
Some of us want a man with good character. Some of us want.
Okay, but then you haven't answered the question. If you are a 10 out of 10,
a man or a woman.
And don't fall in love with good girls. They fall in love with the girls that they can't control. That's why the nicer you are, the quicker he loses interest, which is why I'm not nice to you specifically. Clearly it's working. Stop being so predictable. It's boring. It doesn't keep him on his toes. Be his prettiest problem, okay? Remember that. So when you're texting back fast, you're being understanding to everything that he does. How is that being his prettiest problem? You're no problem at all. And that's not how you get the man. Men don't fall in love when they have you. They fall in love when they think that they could possibly lose you. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
That's why they're obsessed with the woman that doesn't even text them back. They can't stop talking to their bros about it. Challenge his ego. Make him step up and work for you. You don't gotta be an absolute but you can't be too available, that's all.
You know, that whole little men chase and, I don't chase, I attract with what modern women are saying. That stuff is done. The chasing stuff is right. Men are not chasing like they used to. And I know you want to call them lazy, bitter, and all that other stuff. I didn't read all of these think pieces, but people don't stop to realize that men are tired of that foolishness. Men are tired of modern women that really don't even want to be caught. They just want to waste your time. And men are saying, even in today's world, I don't have time to waste. I don't have any.
This guy told me that he wanted to see me this weekend, and then he never hit me up, right? So tonight, he hits me up. So what you doing tonight? Nah, I'm chilling at my home. All right, cool. What you doing tomorrow? I got a brunch, and then I want to stop by Brooklyn, see a friend. What you doing after? I don't really got nothing going on after. You know, I'm probably going to be busy till about 8 o'clock. Also, you got plans. Yeah. What you think was gonna happen, that I was gonna sit around and wait for you? But I told you that I wanted to see you this weekend. Okay, and what was I supposed to do? You didn't hit me up till Saturday at 9:30 p.m. on some, so what you doing? And what you gonna do? Not see you, because you don't know how to make a plan. I'm not doing this with y'all. And I was setting you up. I told you I'm home. I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling. And by the way, me being home doing nothing, I'm chilling, don't mean I want to see you. But I want to see what you about, and you ain't about nothing. Exactly.
Any woman that a man takes to court, you that girl, you that, I'm gonna be the one to tell you, if you got that man and his feelings so bad that he involved the children, I'm gonna let you know right now, you done did something to that man's soul to the point where he know he ain't never find another you. You're so uniquely made to the point where the only thing that he can do to get back at you, he can't. Go get another car, go get another bitch, go get another house. You got that. Only thing that's gonna get to your heart and that's gonna get to your soul is your child.
I am so sick of the whole the only reason a man fights for custody is to hurt you argument. What are you talking about? The reason that man is in court for custody of his kids is to have custody of his kids. Because if he didn't, it would be if you wanted to see your kids, you would have fought harder. Okay, so there he goes. He's fighting to see his kids. Oh, but now he's wrong for that because it hurts the mom's feelings? Oh wait, or is it a compliment because it means that she's God's special princess or something? Okay, now if he's fighting for sole custody when the mom did nothing wrong, I do take an issue with that because sole custody should be for emergencies only. And that applies to mothers too, by the way. Children deserve joint custody, shared parenting, meaningful relationships with both parents. But something you might not know is that in 45 out of 50 states, unmarried fathers have no legal custody until they go to court and ask for it. So if they were never married, he is simply doing his due diligence of a father to obtain any custody at all. Fathers being involved is not an attack on mothers. Shared custody is not taking the child away from the mom. It's not a win for dads, and it's not a loss for moms. It's just what the kid deserves. Grow up.
It's pretty safe to say you've slept with 50 men for the majority of women and how they're dating today. Liberation and freedom, and I get to go out there and I get to live my best life, and I'm doing slut walks and all these different things that are encouraged in society.
What is a slut walk?
What's her name? Amber Rose's walk. It's a slut walk, right? And you go and you're taking pride in the fact that you get to have as many men as you want. No, you know what that is? That's trauma projected onto other women that are traumatized, finding each other and making your bad choices okay. It's not okay. Not if you want a high earning, high value masculine man. If that's just your life, then do you. I'm not here to judge you. I don't care. I'm just telling you what you disqualify yourself from. So if you are talking from a space of, I've slept with 50 men, why? What happened to you? Why are you seeking love so desperately that now you have to give one of the most valuable things that you have to somebody that you barely even know?
Well, Sarah, a lot of people don't believe that their vagina is valuable. They just think
why?
It's, but I get it.
That goes into upbringing. Why did nobody ever teach you that?
People can have a horrible upbringing. I know this from my own experiences, and then through their own intentional choice to heal, seek God.
Exception to the rule. The reality is most people have trauma. They never address their trauma, and they perpetuate the same cycle of life over and over and over again. Most people, they get older, but they never really grow up. They never really mature. They never really choose to say, hey, you know what? I want to have a different life. And things like promiscuity, any person that has been promiscuous in the past, you can't tell me they don't have trauma. Probably something along those lines. Very rarely do you find super promiscuous women that weren't in their past.
I mean, I agree, but at the end of the day, the reason why these women are the way they are is because they believe that what happened to them doesn't matter. A lot of women get away with it. So it's like if women aren't made to feel like they are safe to go get justice for the that caused them to be this way.
I gotta pause you really quick because my mind is going in two different ways. If you are truly a victim, and let's take children out of it, right? Let's say adults. How does this happen? If you got grabbed on the street and you were, or I am not talking about those women, but there are a lot of women that will go to a man's house after the club, or a lot of women that will go to a man's house after dinner, or a lot of women that will go to a man's house after the night is over. What did you think was going to happen?
I mean, honestly,
and then they want to say, oh, I was, what did you go there for at 2 o'clock in the morning?
There's women who will manipulate the situation to then say, oh, I was. But 9 times out of 10, the women who were raised right in 2-parent households ain't doing that stuff. Normally, all women, I can
that's my point.
Safely say that all women who are desensitized, traumatized, and can just be in situationships and not have any emotional toll on them and can just mess around with any man.
No, but there is
all been. No, what I'm saying,
No, I'm saying they're nonchalant about it. They like the man. Emotional toll on them and can just mess around with any man.
No, but there is emotional.
No, I'm saying they're nonchalant about it. They like the man. They like, all right.
They're not like the man. They're masking as they're like the man.
That's what I'm saying,
okay.
Though. But it's just like, I believe that all of those women at some point, they were either not raised right, touched on, harassed.
That's my point.
All of them.
The writings are on the wall. Now, this is the thing, too.
Never separate your money from yourself. What does this mean? This means that access to your money must be isomorphic with access to you. Invite her into your frame. While she's there, at your discretion, she will enjoy comfortable travel and delicious foods and extraordinary experiences, the best that life can offer. But as soon as she leaves, she's on her own. You're not buying her gifts. You're not paying her rent. You're not helping out because her cousin suddenly fell ill. You understand? That's a use of your money that has nothing to do with you. Even more, it communicates that her life can improve without you, though potentially not without your money. If a woman can extract money without your presence, then you're on the path to dissolution. I mean, that's basically what happens in a divorce, right? You must never allow a woman to separate you from your resources. And trust me, gold diggers will try. That's the sign. That's how they tell on themselves, gentlemen. They will make increasingly direct requests for money that do not involve your presence, and they will resort to manipulation tactics if you refuse. Damseling for pity, false offense for guilt, ultimata for fear.
And really, when you
have to do that. I don't have to go to that extreme. And so I actually want to and am prepared to work for the rest of my life.
Now you're a one because you got a bad personality. Have you ever met a woman that was so fine? I mean, a 10, but she had a badass personality, very disrespectful, very rude, unpleasant, just not a nice person to be around. Let me show you what that looks like on paper. So you're a 10, super fine, bad, nice body, all the you got a couple kids, but nobody's really tripping on that because you're a 10. Like, come on, you're a 10. Now he finds out that you're rude and disrespectful when you open up your mouth. That is -5, right? So 10 minus 5 equals 5. Now you have reduced yourself from being a perfect 10 in a man's eyes, a perfect 10 to a 5 because you got a personality. Now hold on, remember I said you had kids. So let's just say 2 kids. 2 kids, 2 baby daddies. So we got 2 kids plus 2 baby daddies. That equals 4, right? That's you right there. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So now what we have to do is we have to take this 5 and we'll subtract 4 from the 5. Well, God damn it. 5. Well, God damn it. You're a 1 now. Now you're a 1 because you got a bad personality. So whenever you see a fine woman that is single with children or without children, this is why, because she has a bad personality. And I'm not saying all 10s are bad people and unpleasant. But what I do know is that men like my husband marry 6s. I'm an adjustable 6, but I have a great personality. So if you are a 10 with a nasty personality, do better because being fine is not going to keep a man.
Who's going to be the girls? If the guys want to be the girls, who's going to be the girls? I had a man come up to me today at work after I'd done served their table. I didn't say anything to him besides what he wanted to drink. And he comes up to me and he goes, "You're so pretty." And I said, "Thank you." And he goes, "Do you want my Instagram?" I said, "Do I want your Instagram?" He said, "Yeah, do you want my Instagram?" I said, "Do you want my Instagram?" He goes, "Oh, you have balls." And then proceeds to tell me his Instagram handle and goes, "And make sure you remember that," and walks away. What made you think you're a punk? You're a punk. Because what made you come up to me telling me that I'm pretty and then ask me if I want your information?
Dude, if women ever got caught having second lives, it would not be with another dude. It would be alone, in a state far away with a house where we could have quiet, no one to talk to, no one to bother us, no one to sneeze like, ah! Like it would just be us in an air-conditioned place with unlimited Diet Coke, nothing to overstimulate us, a bath, a cat, and just peace.
If you want to know if you actually like that man or you're just bored, if he was in front of you and he was so happy, like he won a video game, he made some, I don't know, something happened where he's so excited. He's like, oh my God, babe. And he gets in front of you and he does the splits. Like full split. Are you like, what the was that? Or are you like, my flexible king?
You know, when you listen to women talk and why is he afraid to approach me? Not afraid to necessarily approach. He's afraid of what's going to happen after the approach. Even when you get in a relationship, the divorce rate, what's going to happen to my money, what's going to happen to all of the things that I built over the years. So what's going to happen with that? Modern women don't think about those types of things. They just think about how they want to be happy. They just think about how they want things to work out for them. Men don't even think about that anymore. I now think about, okay, yes, what's best for my family, but then also, what am I getting out of the deal?
I don't be believing come out of man's mouth. As long as he have breath in his lungs, he can conjure up a lie. If he can breathe, he can lie.
Women that married the rich one out of security, what has it been like? And this girl's response. My first husband was very wealthy. When we were dating, he was fun. He loved to spoil me and treat me to awesome things. After we were married, he became controlling and definitely used his wealth and money to control and assert his dominance over me. I became very anxious, cried all the time, went on antidepressants, I don't know if you can say that, went to therapy, and eventually he became physically intimidating. Then I left. Miraculously, all the depression and anxiety went away. Now I'm happily married, middle class, stable, married the kind one, much better choice. And someone said, if you marry for money, you earn every penny.
If you marry for money, you earn every penny. Let that drill inside of your head. Are there exceptions to every rule? Absolutely. Vice versa, if you only marry for love, that ain't a smart strategy either. That's why I always promote, don't marry for love, don't marry for money, marry for the quality of life that you want. Marry for the morals and the values that you both share, because you will have a common goal. Take this from someone who did that. I got married at 22. Fast forward 4 years, I've never been happier. Currently pregnant, I'm on cloud 9. My husband is blue collar, generating multiple 6 figures. I live in Napa Valley, for crying out loud. It's the best decision. And I can give my husband the quality of love that he deserves. Instead of asking the question, how much money does he have? Can we build something beautiful together? Do we want the same things? Does he respond well to stress? Is he too soft? Can he take criticism? And vice versa, as a woman, are you ready to undergo through all the character? Can he take criticism? And vice versa, as a woman, are you ready to undergo through all the character development that you need to do? Because through marriage, you will be edified. Iron sharpens iron. As always, ladies, be wise.
I gave myself a little bit to calm down about the situation and like cool off before I made this video, but I don't know why men... I don't know how men find the audacity. Like, truly. They've always had the audacity, but I think it's really getting so much worse. So this morning, I got up to go for a run, and just to preface, I'm not feeling super great about the way I look. I am on day 2 of my period. I'm bloated, I'm disgusting, and I feel sluggish and gross. So I was already in a funk and just like, meh, but I needed to go on this run for my training plan. I was gonna do it at the gym, but I was like, I just need like some fresh air. So I decided to go outside. I put on a white long sleeve shirt, get outside, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit colder than I thought it was, but it's fine. It's like pretty windy. And my gal gets cold. Yeah, her nipples might show, okay? Okay, her nipples, part of her body may show through her shirt. Crazy concept. Wait, that's a crazy concept. And let me just say, nipples are like my favorite accessory. When I'm out, I'm not wearing a bra. I love a little nipple, okay? I think it's great. I'm hyper aware of this like as I'm running, and I'm like, I can just like tell people, can kind of, you know, whatever. So I'm running. These 2 guys are running at me. One of them turns to the other and goes, headlights are on. And I don't know if he thought because I had headphones in that I couldn't hear him, or what the was going through his dead head. Why the fuck does a man feel comfortable saying that? about someone else. First of all, don't look at me. Don't comment on my body, what I look like, what's going on. I'm clearly at a loss for words because I truly cannot fathom processing that and doing that. I think it's insane. Are my nipples bothering you? Like, genuinely. If you feel bothered by a woman's nipples, clearly you're not seeing them enough. I'm sure that there is a very good reason for that. What the fuck? What the fuck? I really wish I'd like gone back and tripped him or something. If you're a man, stop commenting on a woman's body, okay? End of story.
Have you ever told a man, you ain't gotta be here if you don't want to be here? We don't have to be in this relationship if this is not what you want to do. The door is open if you want to leave. But he never leaves and he still stays? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Tasia. I'm a confidence and dating coach, and I teach women how to control their emotions so that their emotions don't control them. Here's what you have to understand about men is that men are followers. Monkey see, monkey do. If you love yourself, they'll love you. If you love him, he'll love himself. If you invest in yourself, he'll invest in you. If you invest in him, he'll invest in himself. If you take care of yourself, he will take care of you. If you take care of him, very well, class, he will take care of himself. He's waiting on you, baby. Whatever you do, he'll do. So if you are unhappy in a relationship because you're having that conversation with him, if you have discontent and you're unhappy with his communication, with his, whether he can stay faithful and all other things, right? If you're willing to stay, he's willing to stay. So if you are willing to ride through the neighborhoods and the south side of unhappiness, down the streets of no boundaries, he will hop in the passenger seat and ride shotgun and ask you, do you want something from the gas station? He's waiting on you. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. And if I'm wrong, put me out of business.
He held the door open for you, that's bare minimum. He paid for the dinner, that's bare minimum. He told you pretty, that is bare minimum. He sent you money to pay your rent up for the rest of the year, now that's T. Stop falling in love with the bare minimum.
If you have more than 3 baby daddies, you're just a certified cum bucket at this point. You literally have no self-worth and no value to yourself. And you guys go on these dating sites and you're like, oh, I need a good man. You do not. You need to repent and pray to Jesus. You need to go to a nunnery. You clearly do not make good decisions, and you are clearly not wifey material, because at the end of the day, if 3 men, more than you've been with, clearly way more than 3, just you were able to trap 3, and who knows how many you didn't keep. So it's kind of like, for y'all just come on here on these dating sites like, oh, I have 5 kids and 4 baby daddies, I have this and this, and the fact that you guys are saying it without any shame is ridiculous to me. I'm like, is this an American thing? Is this everywhere? Like, where is this even taking place? Because the disgust that I feel, I don't even see how men even feel comfortable dating women these days. And it's like, bro, like, okay, 2 baby daddies, okay, cool. Even 3 is pushing it. If that 3rd baby daddy is not your husband, like, you're just whack as fuck. Like, you're weird as fuck. You have no morals. You have no sense of self-worth. And you're probably gonna raise your children to be the exact same way. A pack of welfare queens, like, nothing going for themselves. So if you got something going for herself, you're probably gonna raise your children to be the exact same way. A pack of welfare queens, like, nothing going for themselves. So if you got something going for herself, it's not gonna step here and let get her pregnant. That's just what's not gonna happen at all. You know what I mean? So it's like, you clearly are a pack of fucking loser ass if you're just sitting here getting pregnant, having kid after kid after kid, probably to keep your benefits going, you know what I mean? And it just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for a logical person to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we slip up, have that first one, slip up, might have that second one, you know what I mean? But after that, you are literally just a certified cum rag at that point.
You know we ain't got it.
I ain't broke. I'm
it's
cool.
given we ain't got it.
I'm cool. I'm decent. I ain't worried about nothing.
Them
I ain't
little
got to take
diamonds.
nobody. I'm cool. Hey, how you know? How you know?
How would I? I don't know if they real or not. I just know it's not.
You know where? I ain't we ain't gotta do this no more.
I mean, I really could be doing better. I really could be doing better. Big mad.
You lame.
Big mad.
You lame for that.
Look at him.
That's lame. That's over lame, bro. Just go on.
No, what's lame is that little bitty ring. You ought to be grateful.
It don't matter. We ain't gotta do this no more.
You ought to be grateful.
I'm gonna find somebody else. I will
upgrade it. Upgrade it. Upgrade it and I'll wear it. If you want me to wear it, you really love me and I get it. You want me to wear the ring, but it needs to be a bigger ring.
I ain't doing it no more. You ungrateful. Man, you know I need women to kill your ass.
Nobody.
Yeah, she's being very ungrateful. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Like, you want a certain ring, and I get where you come from with it. But she's comparing her ring to other people. For me, like, yeah, when I get married, I want a nice ring, but I'm not going to trip about it because I know later on my husband can upgrade it and do all of that. I'm more so worried about the actual marriage. I want my marriage to last. I want my marriage to be everything that, you know, I want for. I want it to be something that I want to work for, not something that I feel like I'm just here and I want to look a certain way and I want to make this look like this to everybody. No, I want it to be what everybody see. Like, I don't want to make it look like something. That's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, we worry about the material stuff so much, and that's why so many marriages fail, because this is the main thing that everybody's worried about, the ring and what it look like and how we look like it to everybody else. We so want everybody to say, oh, that's a nice ring, this nice. Like, no, I don't give a damn what they say. That's the problem. Like, be appreciative that the man even proposed, because it's a bunch of women right now that would accept that ring because they've been waiting years for a man to propose to them and they have not proposed yet.
You would have that little bitty ring.
Just go ahead.
Nobody is for that little bitty ring.
Go find somebody else.
Who's for that little bitty ring? You don't have to. It's not a blood diamond. It's not a blood diamond. It's not giving love.
Take everything with you. Please get out.
You crazy if you think I'm leaving.
Please get out. What you here for? What you here for? This ain't going nowhere. What you still here for?
Because I live here.
No, I want you to go.
Because I live here.
I want you to go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Come on, bro. I ain't got time for this.
Over a ring?
I don't got time for this. I don't got.
What you mean over a ring? Look how you treated him. Like, you talked down to him and everything over a ring. So yes, over a ring, he want to break up with you. Do you understand how you made him feel the way you talk so bad about him, trying to make like he this big? Like, that's not okay over a ring. So yes, over a ring. You sitting there trying to talk shit and all of that, but y'all never gonna be the same. So y'all might as well gonna break up, because he not gonna propose to you again. You can forget that.
I'm in a predicament here. I'm talking to this chick. There, 3 of them in the room were like, oh, we already hit.
That's brutal.
You know, and I'm in a fraternity. I know these guys. They aren't the nicest dudes. And it's not 3, bro. She's 7 of my friends. Every time I look at her, I just get this feeling of, like, utter disgust. And I immediately just go, like, oh, 7 of the bros have been in there, which is not chill. She's literally, like, everything I want in a woman. And I would probably marry her if she had 7 of my bros.
Did you hear that? He wants to like her, but when he knows what she did, he can't. Just like you can't like a guy when he does something icky. This has happened to me several times. I will meet a girl, she waits a while for me to get attached, and then she says, by the way, I did all this, and I go, now I need a reason to end it, and then I do. I just don't know where I'm gonna be in 3 weeks, you know, it's crazy. It's not a conscious process, it's just a feeling. I just don't want that. You may have been lied to, probably by someone who looks like this, about these feelings being a social construction, but this is what that sounds like to us. You don't actually like this guy instead of me. That's a social construction. Doesn't change your mind, does it? I once let a girl stay with me because she was having a hard time, and I found stripper clothes laying around, and I said, what is this? And she said, I make those for strippers. And I said, why do you know so many strippers? And she said, I used to work at a strip club, not as a dancer, just selling drinks. And I was like, So just the probability that she was lying was enough. Don't just let people move in with you, by the way. So you can yap and yap. Just the probability that she was lying was enough. Don't just let people move in with you, by the way. So you can yap and yap all you want about what you think men should feel, but we're not gonna stop feeling it. We're just gonna lie to you.
I won't say anything to you, and we can continue the date. You can still come over, like I'm telling you, but that's your max contract. You're not getting a signing bonus. You're not getting an extension. That's it.
Maybe you'd rather hear it from a woman. Listen to her.
So as women, we need to be very careful about who we entertain. Trust and believe, if you meet a respectable man and he finds out that you linked, dated, entertained a fuckboy, he is going to silently judge you. There are a lot of men who will meet you, think you're beautiful, think you're smart, think you have a lot going for yourself, and then they will find out that you entertained that guy, and it's an immediate turn off. He is not going to respect you. At the time, it's all fun and games, but these things do follow us in our dating history. No man wants to be walking around hand in hand with a girl and other men are talking about her, laughing at her. Fun is fun, but you still have to use brain when you're entertaining men, because don't let today's enjoyment mess up tomorrow's prospects.
Guess who never learned that lesson? Let's let her talk a little more.
The lowest amount of money a guy should
spend on a wedding ring for you?
Oh, it should be like for sure 30, 40K. We have standards here.
Would you have been a little upset if it was 10K?
Yeah, probably.
How do you come to that number?
Well, I was like trying to be polite. And you know how there's the typical, supposed to be like 3 months of their salary? Like did what 3 months of his was, and then I lowered it a bit and left some cushion. So I was like, this would be sufficient.
What's the worst question you can get asked on a first date?
What's your number?
Like body count?
Yeah, it's just a weird thing to ask.
Why do you think guys care so much about body counts?
That's a good question. I don't have a clue.
I find videos to react to when people recommend them. They're usually pretty popular. Do you understand why this one was popular? This girl wants a $40,000 ring, but you're not allowed to ask about her past.
We have standards here.
And by we, she means just her. No standards for men, especially this one, not allowed, except that we're going to have them anyway, we just won't tell you about them. And then you'll never figure out the reason that the answer to what are we is always, oh, we're just friends.
I'm going on a date tonight. This is the 5th date with one of the guys I've been seeing. I think we have a really good connection. My only thing is that I don't have fanny flutters with him. And I'm a little bit worried about that. But I also think it might be because he hasn't initiated anything. It's always been me at the end of the date being like, hopefully that's not what I look like. But yeah, he just hasn't made any of the moves in that department. And part of me is like, that's fine. He's being respectful. God forbid. But another part of me is like, I feel as though at this point in our dating timeline, I should be like, for my outfit, I'm wearing something a little bit more risque. I'm wearing a sheer top, which I think are in right now. However, sometimes I don't know if they're meant for the ladies with the big bazingas.
All right, so I can't. I mean, honestly, guys, I would sooner just go for a walk alone on the beach. This is torture. This is like a torture chamber. I feel like I'm in some type of, is this honestly? Okay. First of all, she's naked on the date. Let's be honest. Now, I'm not saying that I get it. I was 20 once too, and I had the short dresses, and I think I even had like a top that was sheer with I used to do corsets. I was into it, but mostly at the club or out to dinner. I don't know, dinner with the sheer, the nakedness. I don't know, man. Things have changed. 5th date, she calls it the fanny flutters. What is that? Butterflies, I get it. Is that a thing? People are saying, no, I don't have the fanny flutters. Is that something that I missed? Wow, I don't know. Regardless, if she's on the 5th date and she's not feeling that, it's done, right? Can we establish that? Women are attracted to you like this. In the first 10 seconds that they interact with you, it's decided. There's not a lot on attractiveness you're going to change after that. She's either decided she's into you, you're in the friend zone, or she's using you as someone to just give her attention, because we like attention from men. And you're just going to hang around and be not even really friend zone, but just kind of like a person who makes her feel good about herself all the time. Not even really friend zone, but just kind of like a person who makes her feel good about herself all the time. It's true. I'm being honest. This happens. So 5th date and no butterflies, you don't like him. You don't like it. So really, honey, what are you doing? Are you in it for what's going on here? Somebody likes the free dinner, get dressed up, go out. What's going on? What's the game? Right? Also, 5th date and he hasn't made a move. I don't know what kind of signals you're sending. Maybe there's a chance he's being respectful, although that would be very respectful. 5 dates with nothing. Little odd. I don't know. Maybe you're strange because you're being a little weird on the video. I don't know what's going on outside the video, but I'm a little, I don't know, uncomfortable just watching. So I don't know if you're doing that on the date. But let's just say I think I can say you don't like him comfortably because you don't got the feels and it's 5 dates. And maybe he does like you a little, because why would he keep taking you out and paying for it? But he's something you're doing is confused.
A lot of women need to start understanding, especially with the way they be talking. Oh, men don't love like they used to, or they don't yearn. Y'all don't respect. Y'all try to clown men. Respect becomes the utmost, the top priority for pretty much all men in every relationship. Period. Point blank. Bottom line. Or love before like, oh, I'm attracted to this person and that. No, you might be cute, but are you respectful? Now, if you were super cute, you might get away with a few things, but other than that, respect.